it's Maya. Today I'm going to be continuing my care package series and talking about what to put in care packages. A couple of things before I get into the list of what to send. You need to make sure that you know exactly what it is that your service member needs and wants. The needs are really important because they might not be able to get the things that we can get here, so you can send them things that they're not able to get wherever they are. Also, you need to see what the conditions are like for them. For example, if they don't have a microwave available, you don't want to send a lot of microwavable food because they're not going to be able to eat it. Or if they're limited on space, you don't want to send a lot of things that they're not going to use right away and that will probably just get thrown away at the end anyways. If they are in basic or AIT or any other kind of training, you want to check with your service member and make sure that it's okay to send care packages. I know for my husband, we couldn't send him anything when he was in basic or AIT. So if you send something, it could get them in a lot of trouble and it's just going to get thrown away anyways, so make sure you check with them first. Also, try to send small sentimental gifts if you're going to send like gifts or things like that to them, because they might be limited on space. And like I said, anything at the end of deployment or training is just going to get thrown away that they can't pack and carry home with them. And a big one is you can't send anything obscene. This means like no pornography or anything like that, because it could get them in a ton of trouble and you don't want to get them in trouble. And also, if you're sending things like snacks, it's always a good idea to send a lot because your service member is able to share. And there might be some people that aren't getting care packages, and so it's really nice for them to be able to share some snacks and stuff. So if you're able to, it's always nice to send some extras. And it's always a good idea to include at least one letter or a personal note in your care packages and some pictures. They love getting those personal notes. They love seeing pictures of home. So those are really important. So now I'm just going to get into the list of things to send, and I'm going to start off with food. You don't want to send anything that's going to melt during the summer months, and that's pretty much like our springtime through our fall. And if you send chocolate or anything that'll melt, it'll just be a mess when it gets there, and you don't want to do that. And also, don't send anything that will spoil. Sometimes these care packages can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months to get to them if they're deployed overseas. And you don't want anything spoiling, and because that's just gross and no one wants to open a box full of spoiled food. Also, no alcohol. You can't send them alcohol. It can get them in a lot of trouble and you don't want that. And also, no pork products. There's a better list of things that you can't send on the USPS website, and I'll link that below so that you make sure you're not sending anything that you're not allowed to. And also check with your service member, because I know that some units have things that are unit specific that you're not allowed to send. So check and make sure that what you're sending is actually okay. So now I'm just going to get into the list of food items that you can send that are really good, and I'm going to go more into detail in them in the description box so this video doesn't get super boring. Some good things to send are snack mixes. These include like Chex mix or trail mix. And also things like candy. Candy is really good, but make sure that you're not sending anything that will melt in the summer. So anything like suckers, twizzlers, gum is really good. I know they like gum. And also things like chips. You want to make sure though that chips are padded really well. Either you pad them with like bubble wrap or they're in a bag, or else they'll just be basically a bunch of crumbs when they get there. And also powdered drink mixes are really good because they get really bored of drinking water all the time. So it's good to send them things like Mio or Gatorade, Powerade, and also coffee, so that they're not just drinking boring plain water all the time. And also beef jerky is really great. They love the beef jerky. It's fairly cheap and it's really easy to pack in the boxes. And you can find them fairly small so that they're easy for them to carry around. And also sweet things are really good. Things like oatmeal cream pies, any of the snack cakes, Rice Krispies. You can also bake things, but be careful because they might not get there before they spoil. So I prefer just to buy things from the store because I know they're not going to be spoiled when they get there. Also, bottled and box drinks are really good. Things like juice, milk, and things like vitamin water and Gatorade. When I say milk, not the kind that you get in the refrigerator section. They do actually have milk that you don't have to refrigerate before you open it. And so that's really good to send to them because they can have things like chocolate milk, and it's another alternative to water. And something really cool that I thought of is you can also send them dried and canned fruit. You can't send fresh fruit because you can't send it across international borders, and it would also probably spoil before it got there. But canned fruit is a really great alternative. The only thing with anything you send canned though, make sure it has a pop tab on the top because they may not have a can opener, and it's just a lot easier to open that pop tab. And also microwave food, things like popcorn, the instant mac and cheese, ramen, any of that stuff would be really good to send if they have a microwave available to them. And sunflower seeds, my husband is addicted to sunflower seeds. He eats a ton of them, and in my first care package I sent 3 bags of sunflower seeds, so they're really great, and I know a lot of guys love them, so sunflower seeds are really good. And also crackers are good, things like Cheez-its or the peanut butter crackers are really good. They travel fairly well and they're not going to spoil or anything like that. So that's it for food. I'll put a list of all that in the description box so you don't have to watch the video every time you want to see an idea about food. And so now I'll talk about the toiletries. A big one that is really great to send is baby wipes. My husband, they run out of water all the time, and so the worst thing is a bunch of guys sitting in a hot climate with no showers. So baby wipes are a really great idea for when they don't have water or for just in between showers. And also things like deodorant. And it's a good idea to check first to see where they're at with deodorant and shampoo, because they can get those things from the USO if they have them there, or from other organizations that send care packages, and you don't want your service member sitting there with 20 sticks of deodorant that they're not going to use. Chapstick is really good if they're in a really hot, dry climate because it can protect their lips. Cough drops are also really good because it can help with their throat. Socks, underwear, and extra t-shirts are really good because it's hot, it's, you know, they're in the desert where it's sandy, it gets dirty, and that way they have plenty of socks and underwear and things to stay somewhat comfortable while they're out there. And also lotion, foot powder, and boot inserts for their feet are really good because they're on their feet all the time and their feet are getting sweaty and dirty and nasty, so that can help make things a little bit more comfortable for them too. And also just anything that can help with hygiene, like cotton swabs, toothbrushes, anything like that is really good. But no aerosol. Do not send aerosol. It's banned by USPS, so you don't want to send that. And so if you do need to send anything, try to find a non-aerosol alternative, otherwise don't send it. And now is the fun part, the things for as far as like entertainment and things for them to enjoy. Again, remember, try not to send anything too big or too many of something because they may not have the space for it. So something really good to send is movies if your service member has a laptop or a portable DVD player. My husband took a laptop, so I sent him a bunch of movies to watch. And Walmart has like a bunch of $5 movies that are really good, and I sent a bunch of those to my husband, so you don't have to spend a ton of money on movies to send to your service member. Also, I know some of the guys in my husband's unit took a video game console with them, so if that's something that your service member has or someone that they know has, video games can be good, or also handheld games. My husband took a Nintendo DS with him, so anything like that that they have available would be good to send to help pass the time. Also, music, like CDs or an iPod. I sent my husband an iPod, which I thought was a lot easier than sending like CDs or something because it's smaller, more portable, and he can take it with him like when he's on guard or on mission or things like that. And small games. This is like car games or the small electronic handheld games. Also, I know some places have like travel-size board games, and those can be really good too because it can be entertaining for them, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. And if you do send them something like an iPod, try to send like an iTunes gift card so that they can periodically add music to it and it's not just the music that's on it when you send it to them. And another good thing that that's good to send is small amounts of cash. You don't want to send a lot of cash in case the package doesn't get there or it gets stolen or whatever. But my husband is only able to get cash once a month where he's at, and so it's really hard for him to do anything if he's not able to get that cash. So if you can send them like small amounts of cash, it could really help them out a lot. that's kind of just like a general list of things that I send and things that you can send. Obviously there's tons of ideas on the internet. If you just Google care package ideas, or if you're on Pinterest and you Google what to put in a care package or whatever, make sure that you keep those things in mind, like how much space they have or what they have available to them. It's really important. And as far as like sentimental gifts go, I try to make all of them that I send to my husband. If you want to see a video on like deployment gifts or things that you can send to them, just comment below and I'll do another video on that. But sentimental things are really good to send to them because they're missing home, and it's just kind of nice to have inside of there. So stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be decorating care packages, and also stay tuned to find out about the giveaway that I'm going to be doing, and that'll be really exciting. So in the meantime, while you're waiting for my next video, make sure you check out Ashley's video on Thrifty Thursdays, and stay tuned on all our videos by subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. See you next time!